Welcome back, Truth Seeker. We're off to a great start. NFL Week 3. The Bills beat the Bengals as expected. The Cowboys beat the Dolphins and covered. We thought they might win by 22 on the 22nd of the month because Dallas equals 22. They became the first team in the last 15 years to cover a spread of 20 or more. We had the Cowboys as the likely team to cover today. The Patriots not, and the Patriots did not. Like the Chiefs to beat the Ravens. Like the Lions to beat the Eagles. They were an underdog as well. Packers looked good to go against the Broncos. And got on the wrong side of the Falcons-Colts game. Did lay out the narrative for why the Colts might win this week and next week, but chose the Falcons. Wrong on that one. Vikings looked golden. And Patriots to win but not cover. If you're new here, you really should sign up for the Patreon page. We do this every week. We break down the games very thoroughly. We look at all the key stats. In the Bills game, we saw that the Bills could become 10-5 against the Bengals all time. Cincinnati Bengals equals 105. This is typically the way it goes. So Bills win, become 10-5 against Bengals. Down here I write pick Bills, that 105 narrative. Dolphins and Cowboys. Cowboys had a lot of things lining up for them. It was just, could they cover that 21.5 point spread? Again, it was the 22nd of the month, 22 men on the football field. Dallas 22, they got it done. The Broncos at the Packers seemed like a gimme. I gave it out for free on my radio show this week. Aaron Rodgers was going for his 103rd regular season win. Broncos equals 103. This NFL week began Thursday, the day leaving 103 days left in the year. 103 days after the anniversary of Andrew Jackson's death. Jacksonville, named after Andrew Jackson, beat Tennessee, the state where he was the Grandmaster Freemason. Falcons and Colts, here's what went wrong. The Falcons had a chance to improve to 3-14 versus the Colts. That's like pi 3.14. In sports, pi riddles hit a lot more often than not. There's no perfect patterns, but pi will come through at a ratio of about 80%. So just got on the wrong side of that coin here. It's okay, you're going to lose some. But I pointed out if the Colts won week 3 and 4, they would be 3-1 going into Kansas City. Kansas City equals 32, so does Chiefs. So what do you think I'm trying to point out here? That they very well could fall to 3-2 in Kansas City. That's exactly what Lamar Jackson did today. Had Lamar Jackson falling to 3-2 away for his career. Lamar Jackson came into the game 3-1 away. By the way, again, this is why you want to know your base ciphers. I'm going to type in Kansas City. In the purest cipher, Kansas City is 32. You notice the start of today's game, because of the missed extra point, was 6-7 in Kansas City. And notice Chiefs is 32 as well as 31. So that's why it makes sense to come in 3-1 versus the Chiefs and fall to 3-2, just as Lamar Jackson did today. And there's that. So it was about Lamar Jackson falling to 3-2. Also, got some observations about the Chiefs' upcoming schedule. The Raiders and Vikings seem like an easy call. If the Raiders lost today, the Vikings would become 6-9 against the Oakland Raiders. Oakland Raiders 69, Gruden 69. And by the Raiders losing, they'd become 4-4 at the Vikings all time. Vikings is 44. When you write out week 3, it equals 44. This is week 3. So there was that. And then Jets and Patriots. Again, I've been expecting Brady to start 5-0 this year. Brady's 50, Washington's 50, who he plays week 5. But there was this really weird narrative, as I covered last night, something they're doing with Washington State in this game and the history of Drew Bledsoe and the Jets and Brady coming 18 years after Brady made his first start, facing a new quarterback who was the 199th pick of the NFL draft like Brady was today, who also went to Washington State, Luke Falk. So my pick here was Jets to cover, which they did. The Patriots had to win by more than 20 points. At the beginning of the week, the spread was 17.5, which they didn't cover, but it raised to over 20. And just to show you something funny about halftime, you had 299th picks as the starting QBs in this game. And look at Tom Brady's halftime stats. Luke Falk drafted 199th. Tom Brady drafted 199th. Remember, 199 is the 46th prime. Tom Brady equals 46. Michigan 46. Patriots 46. He was drafted out of Michigan. But Tom Brady at the half with 199 yards. And it's this way week after week, you guys. The games are scripted from the final score to the box score to the hash mark. It's all perfect scripting. Stafford had 83 yards at the half. Detroit, Michigan's on the 83rd meridian. Detroit, Michigan equals 83. Football's 83. Carr had 111 yards at the half. Minneapolis, Minnesota's 111. Cousins had 115 yards at the half. Raiders is 115. The Rodgers 141 yards was a tribute to the Packers organization. Their establishment date's 8/11. 8/11's the 141st prime. Bart Starr died 77 days before August 11th, the Packers establishment date. Green Bay equals 77. This game began 7-7. Rodgers got his 103rd regular season win today. Broncos 103. Bart Starr died 103 days from the opening game, Bears-Packers, which was 110-3. Big rituals here. This was interesting. A score of 10-6 and Dak Prescott with 106 passing yards at the half. That's the prophecy number. Rosen had 156. When you write out Cowboys, it's 33. When you write out 33, it's 156. Lamar Jackson had 75 yards. Baltimore Ravens 75. So just week after week, you look at the numbers and the stats. You just see what the rituals are, the tributes. And again, if you're not signing up for Patreon, missing out. If the Cardinals win today, they'll be 1-1-1 for the season and 1-0-1 at home. Look at Panthers, 101, and look at Black Panther. Don't get me started on the Huey P. Newton, Black Panther party founder in the Bay Area and Cam Newton's Super Bowl in the Bay Area. Huey P. Newton. 58, Cam Newton became the 58th quarterback to start in the Super Bowl. Huey P. Newton established the Black Panther Party. So anyway, we'll leave it there. You learn the code. You see just how fixed the games are. And you can dominate the games too. Until next time.